Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Nat Metallics. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do my very first drugstore makeup tutorial. So if you're interested in joining me, stay tuned. I'm going to go in with the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. Is not a matte primer, meaning it's not going to control your oils. This is more on the hydrating side. You want to make sure that you are spreading the primer evenly across your face. When you apply the makeup on top, you want everything to look even and smooth. This is a Prime Time Replenishing Makeup Priming Water. I actually found this in TJ Maxx. The brand is from Coop Daisy. This was great. This is actually my second bottle. I already used this primer, but just to ensure a nice, smooth, refreshing start, I'm going to prime my face. I am going to use two foundations. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm going in with my regular color, which is the 310 SunBeige. And this is something that I usually apply at the middle of my face. And then I'm going in with just one shade darker, which is the Honey Beige in 322. I'm going to use the Real Techniques sponge. This is an excellent drugstore sponge. I'm going to just wet it a little bit. You can use water or any primer spray. You just want it a little damp, unless your skin texture prefers something different. I like foundations that come with a pump. They're more cleaner and sanitary to use. But the reason I don't like it is because you don't really get all the product out. You know, foundations can add up. So I'm going to go in with the second shade. I'm just going to tap it on the outer perimeter of my face. It's going to give my foundation like a contour effect. So this is a very, very good foundation. I highly recommend this. The one that I have is matte and poreless, but Maybelline Fit Me also has a line for normal or dry skin. We're just going to pat. We're not going to be too rough with it. We're just going to pat it so that it spreads all over your face. And I'm not really focusing that much on the eye area because we're going to save that for concealer. When I get to the hairline, I kind of like to stroke it back a little just to make sure you get all of that area. You know, you want to make sure you cover everything. So I'm also going to bring it down a little on the neck, not too much. I do want it to look really natural. I'm going to do a little close-up just to show you guys. I have a lot of, large pores in my face. I have some problematic areas, but I just want to show you how this sponge works really well with that foundation, and it gives you a really nice finish. I just wanted to give you guys a close-up look. I'm going to use the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. My shade is in M100 Golden Natural, and I'm just going to dab it under my eye. I have very, very dark under eye circle. I prefer a full coverage concealer. I'm going to also dab it above. I know I look crazy right now, but it's going to come together, I promise you. And I'm going to also put just a little dab on my nose to cover any other problematic areas. If you have anything you want to cover in addition, now's the time to do that. Be very gentle with your eye area. Try not to tug too much. I'm not really going in there. I'm just dabbing. This sponge is excellent. I'm trying to start in the inner corner and then spread it out, because see how that gives you a little bit of a lift. If you guys notice, I happen to have a dry patch on my nose. I don't know why, so I try not to put too much product on that side, because then later on it doesn't really look nice. I'm gonna go in with the loose Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in 25 medium. Just tap a little in the cap. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna focus under my eye first. And what we're doing here, we are setting the concealer. When you apply a liquid form of makeup on your face and then you set it with a powder, it's going to keep it in place and it's going to help it last, and it's going to also help prevent it from creasing. I tend to sweat. I tend to sweat a lot up here. I hate that. It's so annoying to me, but it's something I just can't help. You know what I mean? We all have our problems. I'm focusing on the area of the concealer. I don't prefer to use a lot of powder. I just need enough to set it and to keep my makeup in place. Well, I'm going to take whatever is left in my cap, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques Instapop face brush. They're just excellent quality. And go in that cap, swirl it around, and I'm just going to evenly apply all over my face. And I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. Bronzer warms up the face. It gives you a dimension. It prevents your face from just looking flat in one color. You want to focus on the outer part of your face. Just think of the number 3, okay, here and going down here. And I also bring it down to my neck just a little bit. I am going to go in with another Maybelline Fit Me powder, but this is the pressed powder version. And this color is several shades darker than my natural color. So I love doing this instead of using a bronzer sometimes because it gives you such a natural look. So this color is 355 Coconut. I am going in with an e.l.f. kabuki brush. I have a rounder shape of a face, so I like to pack on that bronzer. If you have more of a narrow or longer shape face, you may want to consider using a brush that's a little bit more narrow so that you don't have so much bronzer. I'm just going to swirl it in there just so it's not too much product. We're going to tap off the excess. I am going to start with bronzer on the outside of my face. We're going to just start here and just bring it to the front, but I'm using circular motions and I'm going up and I'm bringing it here. You want to make sure you buff your bronzer in, or else you'll have what they call bronzer helmet. I'm going to bring it down the neck. You want to do it to your liking. I'm not going to do eyeshadow in this tutorial. I'm going to actually use this, and I'm going to grab a little brush for eyeshadow. I'm going to use this as an eyeshadow, but I'm not going to be careful with it, okay? I'm just going to tap off the excess, go in there, and I'm just going to give me a little something something on my eyelid, and I'm not doing anything special, guys. You don't have to be careful with it. Windshield wiper motions. But you want to make sure you're using a brush that's fluffy enough so that it just, you know, you're comfortable getting all in there. Okay, and I'm just working in my crease. This is your crease area. And you don't even have to do this step if you don't want to. And we're done. You see how it just gave me a little shade above my eyelids? That's it, no big deal. And now we are going in with highlight. So I'm going to use 2 highlights. One of them is a liquid and one is a powder. The first one I'm going to go in with is the Maybelline Master Strobing Stick, and this is in Medium Nude Glow, and it looks like this. So I'm going to get another brush just to blend it in because it's a liquid product. Pretend it's like a V, and we're going to focus here. We're going to focus here, a little dot on the nose, the Cupid's bow, a little above here, and maybe the chin. All right, it's not a lot of product, and I know it looks weird right now, but again, we're going to blend that in. I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques contour brush. I'm just going to blend what we just applied. It's a very light highlight. So this is the Master Chrome Face Studio Maybelline Metallic Highlighter, and the color is in Molten Gold. I'm going to go in with a Morphe G23 fan brush. You know, you want to make sure you're using a brush that's going to apply your highlighter lightly, because if you go ham, you're going to look like the Tin Man. We're going to go in here, and I'm tapping off the excess, and I'm going to just focus the same areas that I did with the liquid version of the highlighter. And you see how that gives me a nice little, gives you a little life, you know? Highlight is so beautiful. It just wakes up the face a little. I rather build up than to put too much and then it's like, oh my god, how am I going to fix this issue? Blush is something that I use every now and then, but it's not a staple in my makeup routine. So I'm going to skip that for right now. So I'm going to use the Brow Stylist Definer. This is from L'Oreal and the color's brunette. This is a great drugstore brow pencils. I'm just going to brush my hairs up, make sure they're following the right way. And I'm starting at the bottom of the brow, and then I'm going in at the top. Again, just following the natural shape of my brow. Brows does something for the face, doesn't it? It gives it character. It gives it definition. I don't really like stark brows on me personally, but on some people they just look so gorgeous. No worries. You don't have to be perfect with it. You may make a little mistake. That's okay. That's what concealer and Q-tips are for, honey. We're going to fix that up and you are still going to look marvelous. I'm going to go in with the little spoolie at the end because you want to make sure that after you apply the product, you brush everything in. You know, it's going to blend the product so it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look clumpy. I wasn't perfect with it. I've got some problems going on here, so we're going to go in with our handy dandy Q-tip. I'm just going to go under and over and just fix the little mistakes. Just be light with the edges. So brows are on. I don't have a brow setting gel that is drugstore. However, I have heard that the NYX brand, NYX, they have an excellent brow setting gel, and it's in a white tube, and I hear that stuff is great. So the one I do have right now, it is high-end. I'm sorry, guys. It's from the brand called Anastasia. The reason we're doing a brow setting gel is so that all the work you just did on your brows won't move all day. If you don't do this, you're risking some kind of smudging. If you're sweating, you know, things like that, it may not look as pretty at the end of the day. So all I'm going to do is just comb it lightly through. I'm not putting too much product on it. It's a clear one. They sell brow setting mascaras in color, you know, to match your brows. You can do that if you want to add more pigment and make it more darker. But I prefer to go in with a clear one because I like to control the color with the pencil that I'm using. So now I'm going to go in next with mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is in the color Blackest Black. This one has a brush that it's very, very thick. You can see how thick the brush is, and yes, it is clumpy, but those clumps are gonna give you va-va-va-voom lashes. I don't just do one coat. It's not more so putting more coats than it is me kind of combing through my lashes to get them in the shape that I want them. And look at that. But I'm gonna go in a little close just so you guys can see the results. All right, this does give you a nice lash. I like volume on my lashes. I don't like clumpiness though. And sometimes that happens, you know. But this is also from the brand Real Techniques. This is the Lash Brow Groomer. And it's a little dirty, I'm sorry, but this thing is excellent to comb. If you can see there. You comb it through your lashes to take away the lumps. Be careful not to stab your eye out. We don't need any accidents here. Please don't sue me. I have no money. I don't have any money. I'm spending it all on makeup. But I am not a big lash extension person. I prefer my own lashes. But there were times that I did try once or twice and I was so frustrated. I was like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. This is too much work. And then I would blink and then the sucker would end up all the way up here. I'm like, I love extension. I think they look so gorgeous on people. I'm just so jealous. I wish I could do that. But I suck at lashes, guys. So I'm not even going to try. This is from CoverGirl. This is the Super Size Fiber. It's very thin and it's perfect for the bottom lashes. I don't want to risk getting transfer of the mascara and all the work I just did. I know I'm making a crazy face. Everybody makes a crazy face when they put mascara, right? All it does is kind of balance my upper and my bottom, the lashes in my eyes. This camera is really not doing justice as to how great that mascara really is. I'm talking about the L'Oreal Voluminous. We pretty much have a full face on. This is a very simple skin looking makeup tutorial. We're going to move on to the lips. So I am using a brand called ColourPop. You can find this in Ulta and you can find it on their own website. They last all day. Lip liner is going to create a border, so that way your lipstick is not going to surpass your lip liner. So this is ColourPop Lippy Pencil, and the color is in Grunge. This is more on the brown side. We're going to go in with another Maybelline product. This is one of their matte lipsticks. It's in 570 Toasted Truffle. They're matte, so they're not going to move all over the place. It's a little on the dark side. So let me go in a little closer so you guys can see the color. I'm going in with another setting spray. We need to save and prolong all the work we just did on our face. And this one is from Milani. It's called Make It Last. I'm just going to spray all over my face. When you start using setting sprays, you're gonna end up going ham a little bit because it feels nice. So we're done, guys. What do you think about the look? I hope you like it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Share it if you think other people can benefit from this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.